So now Blizzard released two different Warbringers, one about Jaina, one about Sylvanas, and I decided I really wanted to check them. I've been suggested to do that, and I am a bit curious on what this would bring up as story-wise, because as story in the game have been a bit... While its points have been phenomenal, have it also been points where it's like... Narani? What happened there? Why? So I am a bit not too sure about this, but still I am really curious about this, so I'm gonna jump right into the very first one with Jaina. And I know the light is not very good here. I don't have other lamps than the fucker up there, and it doesn't really help me much right now, so... But we're gonna jump right into this, because I am actually curious about what Warbringer Jaina will bring us. Is that Pheromore?
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, I heard him cry. His words carry upon the ocean breeze as he sank beneath the tide.
Man, get a shivers here.
Those blood-soaked shores of Kalimdor, where sailors fought and died, the admiral fell at their amour because she left his side.
Why this, so daughter of the sea? Why this, did she forget her seaside days? Always the pride of our nation's eyes. How could she go astray? When she
Fucking got him! That's one big boat. What?
I'm listening now. Father. I heard, across a moonlit sea, the old voice warning me. Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea, beware, beware of me.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that gave me shivers. Yikes. Oh god, that was really fucking intense. I love that. But before I do talk about this and my thoughts about it, we're gonna jump right over directly to Warbringers Sylvanas and see if it can top this, because this was woo. So here we are with Warbringers Sylvanas. Is it something we do know is that Sylvanas is very good to cause war. Even if she's not the leading cause, I mean, she controls undead. I'm just saying, okay, not like the Lich King did, but I mean, in general, 99% of all the thoughts I had about undead, usually they are not very good things. I'm gonna show you that. But scratching that aside, we're gonna watch this, and I am really. Oh god, Teldrassil.
Secure the beach. Prepare to invade the tree.
Why? Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. Windrunner. You were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
I remember. A fool. Take her! Run!
Holy shit! Why do they need to scare me like that?
Pain. Hope fails. Now you understand. Ah, don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy. And that is a war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
Can't I? Burn it. Burn it!
Why? The only reason I got out of this is because I'm a bitch and I want to burn that tree down. And no, and isn't now, as I said, my World of Warcraft lore is a bit rusty, but that world tree, isn't that important for everyone? I need to actually check that before I continue with this. Okay, so I read up a little bit about it, world trees and all that. The original one, I think, was created by the dragon aspect that granted the Night Elves immortality. And Teldrassil is the youngest of these world trees. And from my understanding, though, they are obviously of very, very great importance to the Night Elves. And from my understanding, in general to the world. I would just suspect that. But yes, my knowledge about the world trees and all of that is still very limited. But before I jabber way too much, we're gonna focus and talk about Warbringer Jaina. And it brought me a couple of interesting things here. That I do know that she will return to Kultiras, the nation she originally harbored from. And as they sang and talked about in this little Warbringer was that her father was fighting the orcs, but she didn't want to fight them. She wanted to have peace between the races and all that. And that was her thing pretty much to, I don't know, Garrosh went bonkers. Miss Pandaria. And she betrayed her father in that sense because she did try her really best to keep peace between the races. And she carried on that. She had her little town, little city, the harbor town of Theramore before it was pretty much nuked by Garrosh. And now the thing is that I see is that she became a bit bonkers. Obviously, everything she had done worked for the bond. She'd been trying to work with the Horde and her own city. Everything wiped out in an instant. And even after that, when she became Archmage of the Kirin Tor, she tried her best to keep neutral. But of course, she got betrayed again. And she put all the blame on Horde. It continued to do that. And while it's sad to see how she have turned, do I think it feels kind of realistic as well, because she already gave up so much for all of this. And in return, what happened is that they killed pretty much all of her people, everyone she cared for in her own town. And obviously, I could see easily why they put blame on the Horde. Well, why she put blame as well on Thrall. Because Thrall was the war leader before Garrosh. He was the one nominated Garrosh to it. Even if Garrosh obviously wasn't prepared for such kind of role. And that will lead, of course, to her breaking up with Thrall. Because Thrall and Jaina was good friends. But she more and more don't trust him. She don't want anything to do with him or any other orc. And while it's, as I said, it's sad to see, because I really enjoyed her peaceful character and all that. But as I also see it, there is a limit to everything. And what they did, obviously, I mean, it's kind of natural way to react like that. And when she tried, we can emphasize that a little bit. I mean, when she tried to reach out again and be neutral with the Horde, she got betrayed again. And of course, when you already snapped over once, it's easy to do that again. And of course, we have seen all of this. And now she, of course, will be an, as I said, Warbringer. She will be one leading cause for the war to continue. The thing is, though, if she will... Now I'm not entirely sure how it gone with this lore and all of that, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, or a big scoop, for that matter, is that if she will be part of the alliance, or if she will be a neutral factor that wage war against the Horde. But it would make sense, because in the battle for Azeroth is pretty much Horde versus alliance, which I think now my thought about that, just a little bit input on that, which I think is kind of bullshit. I mean, you just stopped the fucking Legion. The fucking Legion from wipe out Azeroth. And now we go all back like, yeah, how about we go and kill each other again? I mean, we need to do something. I mean, I'm gonna say right away, if they somehow would turn like, oh Nate, there comes a new enemy and we need to unite the Horde and Alliance again. After all of this that happened, after all of this expansion, after all of these stories, I can't any longer, there is no possible way I can imagine them ever again work together. Not after like seeing what Sylvanas did with Teldrassil among things. Though video-wise of Warbringers Jaina was really cool. The music was, and the song was creepy and airy, bringing out that, seeing how she, I'm not sure if she actually raised that boat or what the fuck, what is, I mean, I guess it was her father's ship and all of that. And of course, her father was pretty much the ferryman that brought her there. That was kind of creepy as well, I must say. In overall though, I enjoyed it greatly. And I'm curious to see how this is gonna continue with. And about Warbringers Sylvanas, I'm gonna say right away, I've never been a fan of Sylvanas because the Forsaken in general. I think there's a cool idea with them and all of that. So it's not that I hate them, oh no, they are undead, they need to be, but all of their fucked up shit they're doing is kind of horrendous. And yes, I do know that every fucking race have done lots of horrible shit, but I feel like Forsaken take everything everyone else do and make it much worse. I mean, take for example South Shore. Now this is personal in my opinion, but I loved South Shore. It was one of my favorite places when I was playing Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King and all of that. They pretty much turned everything to a fucking concentration camp. They went in there to kill people and then resurrect them as undead because they can't reproduce as humans can and all that. So that is understandable, but also I do wonder what they, well, Vol'jin and the rest of the Horde leaders were thinking of. Yeah, let's make Sylvanas our war chief. Because I'm pretty sure she's breaking against every fucking law of nature just by existing there. And yes, I do know I'm very critical to her and all of that, but what I mean, for me, she never really felt like she truly belonged to the Horde. And it's not because, yeah, keep them out and all that. I mean, obviously the Horde is the group of misfits that haven't really in ways belonged to this world or been shunned away by other races, like the orcs, of course, that came there, the Taurans and the trolls and all of that. I think it's really awesome. I really dig both the Alliance and the Horde. But Sylvanas, okay, she is leader of the Forsaken faction. I can deal with that. But when she became the war chief, I really felt like, why? I mean, obviously, sure, she have knowledge of being a leader. She's experienced, yada, yada, yada. The problem is that her way to get more people is to kill other people and resurrect them. And if I was an orc and all of that, and if you knew, yeah, my neighbor, she get more people by killing and resting them, I would be fucking worried about that. Because when there's no more humans, where would she turn then? And I'm surprised they haven't. I mean, now I guess it's because it's easier when it comes to the, you know, the human model, the characters and all of that. That the Forsaken are pretty much copy based on humans. Okay, not really. They are of course quite big difference in how they are built and all that. But from my understanding, if I don't remember it wrong, she have been risen other as well. But no orcs and all. And not to mention that she done lots of this shady business using biological warfare and other kind of nasty things. And I don't really see the deal with Sylvanas. The only thing I feel with her, I mean, sure, I could see that she, the end when she died by the Lich King and all of that. It's pretty awful and sad, definitely. But what she become is pretty much what she hate. I know that she had her redemption arc and all of that. That she's not like the Lich King. She doesn't force anyone. Really? Because from my understanding in general, that she killed people, then rest them. I mean, if someone rests me as a zombie, I would be pretty upset about that. And there are people that says that she if you don't want to join the Forsaken, you're free to go. If I don't remember it wrong. The problem is, where do you go? Where in the world can you live? Well, I live as a Forsaken. And there is the hunch. She give an illusion of free will. I'm gonna say that right away because it's an illusion. It is not really an option she gives, because she giving that, saying that, okay, either you can stay with us, you can live with us, or you're free to go. But they aren't. There are no place in this world for them because, you know, undead, the entire zombie thing, risen ancestors and what kind of thing. And while I do think it brings a little bit of a definitely a different take on undeads and all of that. I think that is pretty cool in its own. But at the same time, I'm seeing it's becoming more harder and harder to actually keep her as a part of the Horde in this sense. And I guess that was why they made her war chief in a way, because to make her a more prominent figure, that showing that she's a better person now, she's a better leader, and she brings together. But as it is, I don't think so. I honestly, of all the characters, I mean, what more war leaders do we have? Well, warlords that we could use. We had Vol'jin, but he died, which sucks because I actually liked him. I thought it was a cool idea to see a troll, and he didn't last long. Damn it. We have Bane, though he's very young, so I wouldn't want him to be a war chief. However much I love Torrens and all of that, is one of my favorite Horde races. We have Saurfang, the old. And before people say, but he's old. So what? In my opinion, that is actually, I would see it's much better thing, because he would be a leader. Then again, didn't he die in Siege of Orgrimmar? Maybe he did. As I said, my memory is kind of convoluted when it comes to things like this, and as I said, my lore knowledge is quite limited. Though I must say, though, otherwise I really enjoyed this Warbringer as well, even if it just painted Sylvanas as a mega bitch. And in a way, I feel it's really sad to see that all of this happening. First of all, I don't have still no fucking idea why she would even go in there. Yeah, we're gonna burn down Teldrassil. We're gonna fuck over the Night Elves' home. And what would happen with the Night Elves? I mean, I'm pretty fucking sure they can't live there anymore. Are they gonna house in Stormwind? And the Worgans too? I mean, what? And I do know that in retaliation, the Alliance attack Lordaeron. So I guess in return, I guess what they are trying to do is making it like, you know, that Kalimdor will be Horde only, and Eastern Kingdom will be Alliance only by taking out Teldrassil and taking out Lordaeron. I guess that is the main reason for it. Could be. And that is something I always wonder about as well. How, I mean, obviously Teldrassil and Lordaeron have definitely been out, I mean, surrounded by enemies. The chances to survive is not the greatest. Yeah, I've been talking quite a lot here. I'm terribly sorry for that, but it was why I really got in depth with World of Warcraft. I started playing a little bit again. I might make some videos about it. And I think it's really interesting lore. I mean, even if, as I said, there is some things I don't really enjoy with it, and some things that is a bit weird, but otherwise it's also very interesting. And there's lots of depth to it. There is so many years of work into this. And I am still, though, why on earth would Sylvanas attack and destroy Teldrassil? I mean, I do know it probably have to do with this Azerite shit that is popping up. And apparently it's so important that it's worth to actually destroy a world tree, to attack people after. Yes, we have been united to fight the Legion, to, yeah, I'm gonna backstab you in your ass, because that is what I do. I'm Sylvanas. I backstab people. Why is she war chief again? Because Vol'jin like, oh, the first thing, I have a vision. She will be our savior. Really? I will. Maybe it's just me and I don't really have all the details, so I won't say my final judgment about it. I still think it's a bit shitty. And the thing I find quite ironic and a bit weird is that lots of people are very upset and angry about Jaina, what she's doing and all of that. That what she do is that she threatened to drown Orgrimmar raise the seas, crush it and... What? Oj då! Halleluja cat! My cat saw another cat outside. Apparently they didn't like each other, but... What I'm thinking is interesting is how people tend to be... When they enjoy something really... Well, one faction, they become quite blind of things, because... I think lots of shit Jaina do now is obviously it's fucked up. It is war crimes and things like that. But people seem to be like, yeah, Jaina should be a boss, raid boss, because she do lots of crazy things. She's evil. And I'm like looking at Sylvanas. They've been doing same things, but way longer and probably way worse. But she's fine. She's hot. We on the Horde side, we need something hot. I guess that is why everyone is playing Blood Elves there in general. In general, these two Warbringers was really great. I liked the Jaina more because it was feeling like, with the song and all that, was really fucking me up, creepy and cool. Though the Warbringers Sylvanas was also really cool. I liked giving a little bit of an insight on about the war and all of that. But well, I will be back with more stuff, so thank you for watching. See you later on. Have a continued super great day.